Welcome to Barbara's Bulletin, the podcast where we delve into the most pressing global issues, providing you with in-depth analysis and insightful commentary. I'm your host, Barbara, and I'm thrilled to have you joining us today. As we navigate the complex landscape of international news, our focus turns to the Middle East, where the ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine continues to dominate headlines. In a recent development, the United States has found itself entangled in the dispute, with President Trump attempting to broker a peace deal. However, as Aaron David Miller, a senior fellow at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, astutely observes, the path to resolving this conflict is fraught with challenges. Miller notes that, despite the involvement of external powers, including the United States, key Arab states, and European nations, the strategies and actions of the primary combatants, Hamas and Israel, remain largely uninfluenced. This raises important questions about the efficacy of international intervention in regional conflicts and the limitations of great power diplomacy. Meanwhile, Israel's forward strategy has resulted in significant military successes, including the crippling of Hamas as an organized military threat and the occupation of 3/4 of Gaza. However, this exercise of power also has serious downsides and consequences, including challenges to U.S. interests and the potential for further destabilization in the region. As we consider the complexities of this conflict, it's essential to acknowledge the unique nature of the U.S.-Israeli relationship and the reluctance of successive presidents to pressure Israel. This dynamic has significant implications for regional stability and the prospects for a lasting peace. As we move forward, it's clear that managing, let alone resolving, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict remains more elusive than ever. With opportunities for regional peacemaking emerging in the Persian Gulf and elsewhere, the question on everyone's mind is, can President Trump navigate the treacherous landscape of the post-October 7 Middle East? Only time will tell. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're diving into the heart of Europe now, where a complex tale of migration, identity, and societal shifts is unfolding. In Germany, a country that has been at the forefront of accepting refugees and asylum seekers, the conversation around integration and cultural diversity continues to evolve. Our story today takes us to the lives of a Syrian family who found refuge in Germany after fleeing their war-torn homeland. The Alchar family's journey is one of resilience and adaptation as they navigate the challenges of building a new life in a foreign land. From learning the language to embracing new customs, their experience is a microcosm of the broader societal changes taking place in Germany. As we explore this story, it's essential to acknowledge the complexities and nuances at play. On one hand, there are concerns about the impact of migration on local communities and the need for effective integration policies. On the other hand, there are heartwarming stories of people from different backgrounds coming together, sharing their experiences, and enriching each other's lives. The German government, led by Chancellor Friedrich Merz, is grappling with these issues, seeking to strike a balance between addressing public concerns about migration and upholding the country's commitment to liberal democracy and human rights. In a recent speech, Merz emphasized the need for Germany and Europe to reinvigorate their economies and remain a beacon of attraction in a world increasingly dominated by autocracies. As we consider the Auschal family's story and the broader context of migration in Germany, it's clear that there are no easy answers. However, by engaging in open and respectful dialogue, we can work towards creating a more inclusive and compassionate society that values diversity and promotes understanding. The Alchar family's journey is a powerful reminder that integration is a two-way process, requiring effort and empathy from both newcomers and established communities. As we reflect on their story, let's remember the importance of fostering a sense of belonging and connection among all members of our societies. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. I'm your host, Barbara. As we wrap up today's show, we're going to take a look at two significant developments in the world of international news. First, let's turn our attention to the Middle East, where the United States is reportedly working to make Kurdish oil exports long-lasting after a key deal was reached. According to reports from the Financial Post, the U.S. is seeking to stabilize the region by ensuring the continued export of oil from Kurdistan. This move could potentially offset the decline in Iranian oil exports, which have been impacted by Washington's maximum pressure campaign against Tehran. It's worth noting that this development comes as tensions between the U.S. and Iran continue to escalate. The U.S. has been working to reduce Iranian oil exports to zero, and the recent resumption of Kurdish oil exports could play a significant role in achieving that goal. Moving on to Eastern Europe, we have reports of an attack on Russia's Orsk oil refinery, claimed by Ukraine. The refinery, located near the border with Kazakhstan, is said to have been targeted in a strike that resulted in columns of black smoke rising from the site. While the claim has not been independently verified, it marks a significant escalation in the conflict between Ukraine and Russia. The attack on the Orsk oil refinery is part of a broader pattern of Ukrainian strikes on Russian energy infrastructure. As the conflict continues to unfold, it's clear that both sides are seeking to gain an upper hand through strategic targeting of key facilities. As we consider these developments, it's essential to approach the situation with a nuanced understanding of the complex geopolitical dynamics at play. The interconnectedness of global events means that actions in one region can have far-reaching consequences elsewhere. In conclusion, today's stories highlight the intricate web of international relations and the ongoing struggles for power and influence around the world. As we strive to make sense of these complex issues, it's crucial to remain informed, engaged, and open-minded. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay engaged.